Welcome to part 2 of Pokémon Colosseum, where we're first got to go to a construction lot for some reason. This makes absolutely no sense at this point in the game, so it shows us this before the next major place, I'm not too sure, but
this is really Star Wars like. I mean, like, there's so much futuristic stuff in it, compared to the TV show and stuff like that.
Yeah, I love how this is in the middle of the desert, nowhere.
Yeah. It's like Tatooine, sort of, right, Stephen? Yeah. And like they've got hover bikes and that floating city sort of thing.
The hover bikes in this are awesome.
Yeah, you should see what this looks like when it gets finished later on in the game. That's like it's something else in terms of
hyper futuristic. Isn't it?
Yeah. Anyway, now we're going on to Pyrite Town, which has an absolutely amazing background song. It's like
finger cooking time.
Yeah.
Or scum place.
It's a shithole, isn't it? It's like
you wouldn't live there.
No, it's like where all your kind of rough guys live, isn't it?
Yeah.
I love this region.
The main reason why this is such a shithole is there's 2 police officers covering this entire
and they're so
area.
stupid.
Yeah.
Like they're like wacky cartoon like police officers.
Yeah.
I think even Chief Wiggum has a better like record than them.
Yeah.
He's one of my favourite characters in The Simpsons.
Yeah. Well, I love that you just walk into this town and that guy assumed that we were going to mug him.
Yeah.
Anyway, instead of a Pokemon Center here, they have this grand hotel where you have to pay to heal.
Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, whoa, I ain't paying for my Pokemon to
It's
be
only
healed.
$100, don't it?
Yeah.
It's quite cheap, though. You get everything.
Yeah, but this place is like run down. This is considered the Grand Hotel. Look at it. And we can just walk into people's rooms, no problem.
Yes, because people happen to be dreaming about battling.
Well, it's the Pokemon world. Do people think about anything that isn't Pokemon? It's just a fact, though, isn't it? Like any conversation you have with any character has got something to do with Pokemon.
Pokemon as a series, it is a huge phenomenon.
Yeah. It's like so expansive, isn't it? Because the concept itself. There's a lot to it while it's still being adaptable.
Yeah.
That's why we've got like
it's
TV
the
series and manga.
Selling franchise aside from Mario.
Yeah.
There's just that appeal with the Mario games, and no matter how many times you recycle it, people still like it.
Well, Nintendo have this ability to print money.
Yeah.
Like,
God, I saw like a GIF of one of the most recent episodes. They're still going on about the fact that Serena likes Ash because like she's looking at a photo of all of them together and then she starts blushing because they notice her looking at him.
X and Y. How far is he on the gym front?
I think he's beaten the second gym lead in the sub version, that is.
yeah, I've kind of lost track of the anime. I haven't watched it for quite a bit.
And now, instead of battling,
I sort of lost like interest when I was like watching black and white anime.
It's more that I've been watching other things. I'll probably get back to it eventually.
Yeah.
But
now instead,
I just didn't really. The writing actually did sort of infuriate me with. Not
Black
really
and White.
annoy me. It annoyed me, but yeah.
Because Black and White is absolutely terrible, over consistently terrible writing, isn't it? Like,
it just seems really false as well, if you know what I mean.
Well, the thing with Black and White is that, they got fucked over with the whole having to cancel.
And plus, I don't want to hear every episode. You're just a kid. You're just a kid. You're just. It's even worse than the more the merrier. The more the merrier for Mega Man.
That just infuriates me. I hate Iris so much because of that.
Yeah, but the problem is that they were trying. With Black and White, especially early on, it feels like there was one guy in the writing team who wanted a complete reboot, and the other guy didn't, and this was like their miserable little compromise.
Especially with Team Rocket,
it's like Team Rocket will make them more mature.
and then we suddenly decide that actually that was a stupid idea to start with and flip back, by which time it's too late to actually do something with them.
I think that was the charm of Team Rocket anyway, them being like complete failures, like people likes them.
It's like, I think, I can understand why, like, say in Ho and Diamond and Pearl and whatnot, why people came to dislike them, because they were, like, repetitive and that, but at least that was funny, you know, like, even when you got, like, extended periods of filler, which you do get with Pokemon inherently, just because of having to show off every Pokemon, at least then, like, even if it was like the shoddiest written filler ever, you get a couple of laughs out of Team Rocket, wouldn't you? Yeah. Whereas when they're not using Team Rocket at all in some episodes, it's just an episode of Ash fumbling around with whatever new character they met, and there's nothing to it whatsoever.
Yeah, to be honest with you, the travel companion thing with Iris, I would have preferred if she was like a travel companion for like a few episodes and like meet up later again, rather than just a permanent like member of the team.
Why couldn't Ash evolve?
Yeah, they even teased like wanting it to evolve earlier on, didn't they? Like that's what they could have done really. The problem with both Iris and Silent is they kind of had the same problem.
So what starts? Does he have does it evolve into an Emperor or just stay here as a?
Pignite's the same.
Yeah.
But what else starters? Do they evolve or they just decide?
Arshawat and Ivy are still the same.
Yeah, but like what I'm saying, like with Iris and Silent, they have the same problem that Brock and Misty had in the first season. They don't have a kind of defined goal.
Yeah.
It's like with say like May and then Dong, they had contesting if they wanted to win this particular competition. Whereas Iris and Silent, they're very open-ended. Iris wants to be a Dragon Master and Silent wants to be a connoisseur. Like, there's no.
To be honest, I think that connoisseur thing is a bit bullshit. It seems more of a hobby than a natural career.
When he starts asking Ash for tips on how he's raised his Pokemon, I'm thinking, why would you ask him of all people? My God, you must be shit.
But like, I don't mind, no matter how bullshit the concept may be, if there's like something to work towards, they can write plots around. But when it's the same thing as like Misty in Gen 1, where it's like she wants to be a warm water master. Like, what does that mean?
I splash you with water.
To be honest with you though, the Indigo League, it was stupid, but a lot of people liked it for what it was, to be honest.
That's mainly kind of nostalgia for the
exactly,
isn't it? But, to get back on topic, what's going on here? This is the battle.
This is a Shadow Pokémon.
Yeah, the Noctowl Shadow.
Yeah.
But this is kind of like a little area that all of these trainers in it have one Shadow Pokemon. So, we've just got to slowly go through this and battle them one by one.
How could Ash get a shiny off Noctowl?
I don't know.
I just think his character just lucks it out all the time in the anime.
Yeah. Until he gets to the final legs when he's just fucks up.
Yes.
That's something else that I didn't like with Black and White. Didn't they have a filler episode in the league up?
Ash should have just stayed in Pyrite Town.
No, you're not communicating with people. You're not allowed to do that.
Yeah, Ash, don't go outside, please.
He becomes an otaku.
You're a danger to people's health.
Yeah, Ash just like sitting inside watching anime all day.
Imagine, wouldn't it be funny if he was like a fanboy for Dragon Ball Z or like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
Oh, my first shiny in X and Y was a Leddiver.
Alright.
Got it straight away.
Yeah, shame it couldn't be something useful.
Yeah, I know, but still, it's worthy enough of being a trophy.
Well, I don't really get that with people. Like, they go on about how they've just caught this like shiny Wingull or whatever. And like, guys, it's worth showing off if it's something usable. If not, it's congratulations, you've got something shit. It's just a bit shiny.
To be honest with you, I haven't really gotten into the whole shiny hype. I mean, it's just a colour swap.
To me, I don't really like the way that there's ways you can improve your chances in that. I think the beauty of shinies years back was purely that you might stumble into one by chance.
I just don't, and also the stuff of VV training and people taking it seriously, like, it's like, why? I know you're trying to be creative and like get more out of it, but just play the game normally.
To be fair, recently they have been like, Game Freak of that have actually been sort of like helping those who are into the competitive playing. And that.
They did do that with like the Join Avenue where you can level up your Pokemon.
And the fact that they even tell you, like, with the egg breeding, it's like have a whole Destiny night and 5 of its IVs will be there.
Yeah, sorry, Al, what were you saying, mate?
I was just saying, I haven't got a problem with people playing competitive at all. Like, just as long as there's this kind of distinction, like that, it's not all the game's about. Because the thing with Pokemon as a series is that there are so many different approaches you can come to it with. Like some people will just like, to me to an extent, like with that Fire Red team, but like I'll just play with Pokemon I like. But there's also other people who play it another way. Like they might go with a certain like type, or they go with like Pokemon they've trained up because they know they're good in competitive or whatever. It's not really worth getting worked up over a play style.
Each new generation, my style is I have my team varied and I'll maximise. I just train them as hard as I can. I don't do necessarily grinding. I just I do in a way, but I go to like the Elite Four, but I wouldn't go out my way just to do every individual character in like grind. You know,
it's the grinding that puts me off of a lot of like serious, and that's something I don't like. I don't get why people are supposed to like the EXP share recon in X and Y because, to me, grinding is not a challenge that's taken away. It's just a tediumness. So, like, if we can cut past the boring parts and just play battles, then that's all good with me.
Also, with X and Y, I say it's probably my least varied team, to be honest, because 3 of my types are fire.
I got that as well near the end.
Yeah, and then because we've got Tyranitar, which is Rock Dragon, Pangoro, Fighting Dark.
But like, the problem with X and Y, it's not that it was kind of the experience share was ruining the game. It's more that the kind of the other Pokemon in the main fights didn't take in mind the fact that you're going to be like 20 levels above them. So like, if you were to boost the levels for the main battles, like, but not kind of to a point where you need to grind, then it's kind of, it'll balance out rather than just have the typical like you need to level up your Pokemon, you've got to go do that bait and switch technique over and over and over, which is boring as fuck.
I think I had oh yeah, that was it. Chestnut, Pangoro, Tyrantum. What else? Yeah, Mega Charizard.
Talonflame.
Yeah, Talonflame.
Redbird.
And Pyro, which is pretty good actually.
Pyro, that's the lion one, isn't it?
Yeah.
I love that design. I like the male design because it's got kind of like the fire kanji on its mane.
My team was Charizard, Blaziken, Golurk.
Blaziken was in my secondary team, the Mega Evo team.
Golurk, Sylveon, and I'm trying to remember the other one. Well, Greninja. I'm trying to remember the last one.
We're losing track here. Was it a Flappy?
No.
I say I do like fire, but I like it most when it's dual typing. When it's like part. I mean, firefighting is like boring, but I did like it when they first done it with Blaziken. I really did like that. But
it's just using it 3 generations straight over.
To be honest, I really do like the flying typing quite a bit.
What, Charizard?
Yeah, Charizard.
Redbird,
not so much the birds. I think if I had to pick, I'd say Ho-Ho, to be honest. But
Ho-Oh is kind of cool, but it's one of them that's always overshadowed by Lugia because it's.
Yeah, but
Lugia is like it's bigger, it's more prominent, you know.
Yeah.
Although it's technically not a water type, it learns water moves, so you got there.
Just a shame.
I really do like Ho-Oh.
Just a shame about Stealth Rocks, though.
Oh,
and plus, interesting thing about Ho-Oh is we've never really encountered it, have we? I mean, Lugia is surprisingly more common than Ho-Oh.
Yeah, Lugia kind of. Well, I don't know. In Gen 2, like, they were both there, and.
I know if you count the anime, they sort of have about 3 Lugias roaming around, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
Ho-Oh is kind of being shown off as like a legend amongst legends.
Exactly.
Something for Ash to look at and go, ooh, that's pretty
shiny.
They must have been developing like Gen 2 whilst they did that in the anime.
Yeah, like, The thing with the early series and whatnot is that Ken Sugimori, I think he had about 1,000 designs sketched out and they only used 150 of them.
To be honest though,
go.
If Ash does become a champion in one of the future episodes, because I know they're going to drag it out from whenever the series inevitably finishes, but hopefully it don't. I wouldn't mind if it went Gen 10, but it would be perfect if they had Ho-Oh just crop up at the end, and it'd just be amazing if he just cancels it.
I am your father.
No, it just comes up at the end, after Ash makes a complete tit of himself in the league or something.
Ho-Oh
just goes, son, I am disappointed. Yeah, I don't know where that theory came from that Ho-Oh is Ash's father. It's
oh my god!
I mean, really?
What?
I mean, Delia does look kind of not with it, but I mean,
no, Ho-Oh pops up after Ash has lost and just goes, "You were adopted."
There's even theories that Red is actually Ash's father.
oh, for fuck's sake!
Red would be so damn disappointed.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm disowning you.
So if that's the case, bear in mind they're not meant to be in the same canon to start with. What time period would the anime be set in? Because obviously,
in the future.
Yeah, but in relation to Red and Blue, because Ash basically follows Red and Blue's plot through in the anime.
Yeah, it would have to be 15 years or something.
Probably, yeah.
Gary, motherfucking
maybe even 20.
Yeah, more closer to 20 because
Yeah,
Red's only 10.
10 and then it'd be 20-year-old geezer. Yeah, better kid with this chick.
Yeah.
Thunderbell.
Yeah.
Gary.
That's Gary motherfucking Oak to you.
Well,
they
no
make him
anymore.
really, really serious in the manga.
Don't they?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Green, yeah, they sort of make him more serious. And they also have they have star signs and all that as well, underneath it. Because I think you might actually like this. Red's a Leo.
Right, yeah.
So, and
Cool.
I think Green is the polar opposite. He's water. He's Scorpio.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
They gave him star signs.
Yeah, they did. I don't know who's a Sagittarius here, but apparently Polnareff is a Sagittarius, so that's cool.
Works.
Yeah. But yeah, all us fire types get along. So it's alright.
We're 5 rows.
Yeah.
This dust up seems to be taking me a little while.
I assume you don't have confusion.
I do, I'm just not thinking of using it for some
I actually
reason.
really like my star sign though. If you think about it, it's a half man, half horse, and you've got bow and arrow and.
Yeah,
You're a centaur.
Yeah, centaur, yeah. Who wouldn't want to be in a centaur?
Yeah, I don't know.
It'd be quite cool,
kind of
though, wouldn't it?
inconvenient. Although, actually, you don't have to buy a car because you're on horseback.
Exactly,
all the time.
yeah.
Yeah. Let's stop horsing around now, back to the game.
No, come on, you've got to admit that was funny.
It was awful.
You've got to admit it was kind of funny.
A little teeny bit.
Did you hear that he just acknowledged you?
Yeah.
Oh god, now he knows he exists.
Yeah. Now, I'm looking at past me, just use fucking confusion already. But I'm taking way too long with this battle. Oh, it's dead now at last, but... Yeah. But yeah, with this part, because we've got to get a Shadow Pokemon from every one of them trainers in the circle, we just kind of got to take them down one by one. And that's not exactly the most exciting part. At least it's not kind of compulsory at this point. You can go back and do it later. I just thought better get them all out of the way. Just
I think it's this dude who has a Miss Maggot. No, not Miss Maggot, it's Mischievous, because it's before.
yeah, I think this guy's got the. Actually, I can't remember.
Yeah, I think it is actually Mischievous.
That's the Quagsire.
Alright.
I like
It
Quagsire.
might be on the right hand actually, it might be cheap.
It's like 2 derpy Pokemon.
Quagsire, but it seems, I don't know, just...
I like Quagsire in this because every battle's a double battle and this Quagsire knows Surf.
Yeah, it's just... It seems a little bit basic though.
It is very kind of doy sort of design in it, but
not only that, it seems kind of annoying, disadvantaged.
well, it's
Isn't it? 'Cause,
double weak to grass, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, and grass is quite a common
But
type.
I usually prefer electric types over grass when dealing with water, so
yeah, but
a bit inconvenient.
And then out comes Swampert and Gastrodon and Quackers.
I really do like the electric type. It is up there one of my favourites.
yeah, it's just the ground resistance kind of gets. You can't rely on
unless
it.
you're Electros.
Well, yeah. Yeah, the thing with Quagsire, it knows Surf, which is really useful in double battles, especially given that this was before, I think it was Gen 4, you changed that so
I think they've done
it's
like an
your own team.
animation on that, and they really did, they done Electrox in like a camp voice, and it goes, look, he's got no weaknesses! You should be able to catch it.
That's until you bring in something with Mould Breaker, which then uses Earthquake.
So, Electros, is that still kind of no weaknesses now?
Yeah.
In
So
a way,
it's
if you don't use
overtaken.
Earthquake.
So it's overtaken Spiritomb and Sableye now that have got Fairy. That's pretty cool, actually. Yeah. So now that's the next one.
It's all poison and steel weak to fairy, or weak. Fairy's weak against it, yeah.
I still haven't memorised the new type chart yet.
Yeah, I think there's something to do with like historical thing that they
Yeah.
actually are weak to poison and steel and like historical accounts.
I did not know
And
that.
you know, I know this. Like,
Go on, it's
Mel Silverson was out. I was like,
Maleficent.
I don't care about this. Oh, don't correct me, bitch. And like, I was just like, oh, I don't really care about it, but I just have a look, see what it's about, and like, yeah. The guy who was king was still, because pixies or fairies or whatever are weak to it.
Yeah.
So that's sort of where the connection comes.
And then Poison, because it needed a buff.
Fairy type, it's good to have, but I wouldn't really go out of my way to
I
get
think
one.
at this point in the metagame, they're kind of like contextual, and
They're just there for the sake of being there, aren't they?
Well,
Really,
it's
I think.
kind of they're very. I don't know what the word is.
I wouldn't
like,
really
they're very
have one, though,
specific
would you?
purpose, aren't they? It's situational, that's the one. Like, because there's not that many Pokemon that are that weak at this point. I don't think.
I've always liked the fighting type Pokemon line. I
It
do like
depend-
fighting type.
They're good, but they're again psychic and flying are still quite widespread, aren't they?
Yeah, if it's something that really sticks out, like Pangoro, I will get, or Jotaro.
Yeah, Pangoro is Jotaro. There's no kind
Have you
of.
seen that picture what I showed you of Machop and Pangoro, and Pangoro's pointing out like that, and Machop's
Yeah,
like,
I remember that. That is so fucking
Yeah.
great. Like, I could just picture Machamp being Star Platinum at this point. That's so great. Come on, Quilliver. I don't care you have feelings for it, just kill it.
And I do like Silver Charioto. It's sort of like Excalibur, because in a way, isn't it? Yeah, it's a mix of Excalibur and the Exelgor, because when Exelgor comes really fast and when he breaks out of his suit.
I still think probably the most interesting of the enemy stand powers is probably the Jago or Centerfold's one, isn't it? The mirror one.
Yeah.
That's just kind of like a unique concept.
Hairfront Grain, I like its attacks, but it's sort of just alright.
That's David Bowie's one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can never remember his actual name, so I just call him David Bowie because he looks like him.
Yeah, Catherine. Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't gonna remember that. He's David Bowie. Come on, Mischievous, I just want to catch you! Let's skip ahead a bit. Some of these battles when you're trying to catch your stuff do go on for a little while. But, yeah. Come on. I remember the shot of Wes pulling the Pokeball out of a snag machine being in the very first trailer of this game I ever saw.
Joseph, in Battle Tennessee, you find yourself connecting with him because he seems like the more of the rebellious teen
He's
sort of way.
kind of. He's more realistic of a character than Jonathan is, isn't he?
And he's like a dickhead, isn't he? That's what I like about him. He's just like a troll.
Yeah, he is a bit, yeah. Oh look, this is
So
another
he is
ride
really,
of
really
the zigzag game.
He shoved a Hammond-filled pigeon into a girl's mouth without her noticing.
But I really do like the serious tone. That really fits Johto, like his body posture for Johto, and it's just like the dark around his eyes and his serious nature sort of really fits.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is perfect combination, really, for Pango to be like Johto, fighting dark.
Yeah.
It's like he gets in like really violent fights, but he does have a good course at the end of it.
And I would like to say this isn't us just bullshitting about Pango being Johto. I'm pretty sure that they've admitted to actually taking inspiration from him.
Yeah.
Which, like, I love it when shit like that happens. Now, this is the kid with the Slugma, I believe. Yeah, this is the kid with the Slugma.
And everyone's dead just because of how hot it is.
No, that'd be Macago.
I think Slugma's meant to have like stupidly hot insides though, isn't it? I don't know. I know the Pokédex is bullshitting most of the time, but
Give me a hug, Slugma.
you'll die.
Yeah, we are gathered here today.
But that's
All I know is I wouldn't try and eat it.
No, but that's actually a really good deal, isn't it? Because like, not only do they die, but they get their like promotion free of charge. Yeah. But like, Slugma's probably kind of most underwhelming out of these Pokemon that we've caught, and because like we've got the Quagsire, the Noctowl, the.
Does Quilava have high special attack?
I don't know. I don't memorise stats much.
Speed and special attack, no?
I don't know.
Because I think for Alligator's attack.
Yeah, I really don't follow stats much.
Yeah,
like,
they always sort of portray Grass as being like not so much tank, but like high defense. Exception probably being Sceptile. So, I'd say Chestnut is a tank, but it has got high attack as well. So it has a bit of both.
Oh, hi Igglybuff. What, another useless design, along with Azurill. The baby Pokemon are so fucking useless though, aren't they? At least with Igglybuff, I'll give it some credit, it was one of the first batch, so at least they still had their novelty then, but why did they carry on making baby Pokemon after that?
Yeah.
I think the only ones I like is Pichu and...
I like Kid.
I quite like that one.
Actually, I'm kind of going back on myself and like say I do like Munchlax. Munchlax mainly because of the anime personality, but still.
When he gets scared and shitless by an Articuno.
Yeah. Just like the holding food, I love it. Well, this Noctowl will be really useful later on because once it starts to purify, it gets hypnosis, and that's really useful for capturing Shadow Pokémon.
Yeah.
Down you go.
Still smiling.
Becca.
I do like Happiny. Because of Brock's one.
No,
Only
it's
because
so
I'm
fucking ugly.
ugly.
Yeah, the penis is disgusting looking. I hate it.
Doesn't look disgusting.
It's horrible.
I just like the fact that for some reason this Happiny is like the strongest thing ever.
Yeah, I do like that.
You're disgusting for liking something disgusting.
Shut
Now next you're going to say shut up. I called it!
I said it before you even said that.
Yes, but I had it in my head. I'm psychic.
He literally is Joseph. Yeah.
Steve, shut up.
No.
Alright, let's move on.
Bitch.
So what do we think of Swablu?
Don't really like
It's
it.
okay.
It's okay as a giant. I don't get how Altari is a dragon. It doesn't really look draconic,
Yeah.
does it?
I don't get how Mega Sceptile is the dragon either.
It's a lizard.
It's a lizard.
Yeah, like
not a
lizards, at
dragon.
least that's kind of close enough.
Yeah.
Altari is just like a big bird, isn't it?
Also, who cares? It's Sceptile.
Yeah. But like dragon seems to be this mark you just add on to something to make it cooler though, isn't it? Like with Ampharos as well, because that's apparently
How is that a dragon?
Yeah. Apparently there's some mythology about like the hair design and that being something associated with dragons, but I don't.
I know its
get it.
name is associated with
That
dragons.
might be something.
It is.
Ampharos is Japanese now. I know it's associated with dragons.
Does it ever have any sort of battles with tigers?
I don't know.
Because I know there's something like between the concept of a tiger battling a dragon somewhere along the lines, but I'm not sure where that comes from. But I know it's kind of part of
Crouching
the
Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
it's kind of part of the inspiration behind Toradora, which I absolutely love for the record, apart from the ending. But that's digressing a lot there. Yeah, so
What would win out of a fight of a tiger and a dragon?
it depends on how strong the tiger is and how strong the dragon is.
Yeah.
How big is this dragon?
Yeah, like you find out that it's Arcanine against Dratini, and like fuck.
It is possible to kill Dragon, man.
Yeah.
If you put enough pressure. I think, thinking about it,
If it's
Dragon's weak point would actually be its neck. If you bit its neck, it'd be fucked.
Well, or if
just get if a wolf just jumped on it, leaped on it, just catch on biting.
There's an easier way, Joe. If it's asleep on the side of a cliff,
just push it off.
Yeah.